Hello guys, this is Victor and I am back with another tutorial on FL Studio. I'm going to be titling this video part 1 and part 2, and in this part 1 aspect of the video we are going to be doing mixing, and while the part 2 aspect of the video we are going to be doing mastering. So as you can see, I have a vocal already lined up here that we are going to be mixing. So I would like to play the vocal for you before we dive into the mixing aspect of it. This vocal is already mixed. It's just a song recorded yesterday and it's already processed, worked, but not yet mastered. We are going to be talking about the mastered in another form. So this is still Victor. You're having this tutorial all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you very much. So let's go dive into it.
Sinner made a bang.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart. If you don't know me, make you try and know me now. I know the found for nobody, yeah. I know the send for nobody, yeah. Although I love, keep me going, yeah. I know the send for nobody, yeah. Give me la 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 la. I'm in the mood, I'm killing the show, I'm killing the show. I know they send for nobody, yeah. Nobody make a come for the body, yeah. I did it for your love like a lobby, yeah. Baby girl, make you put me on my money, yeah. You give me la 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 la. I'm in the mood, I'm killing the show, I'm killing the show. I know they send for nobody, yeah. Nobody make a come for the body, yeah. I did it for your love like a lobby, yeah. Baby girl, make you put me on my money, yeah. I'm in the mood, you don't take. They wanna try the boy. With the brown, you were so nice, you were so good. Pull it on the truth.
So that is what we are going to be working on today, and that song is for me. I recorded the song yesterday, and then I'm doing this scene today. Then tomorrow I'll be doing the mastering, and I'll be dropping the link of the video right here for you to listen. That was the reason why I'm going to be doing this video, because someone requested for it, and I want to put you guys through this. So without wasting much time, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I have a lot of things to pass on to you, and I believe that you are going to love it. So without wasting much time, this is our vocal. I don't know if how many of you who knows how to record, but as a producer I believe you already have an experience on how to lay out a vocal and how to record on FL Studio. So without wasting much time, I would like to go into our mixing channel. Now we got our mixing channel. I have to send my beat to this place. You can see that this is my vocal. I send my vocal to this channel 6, and I'm going to be mixing it right now. So without wasting much, I'm going to be removing all the plugins that we have on this vocal that makes it sound the way you just had it, so we could mix it from the bottom. So now let me take my play here and start from here.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger man.
Coming, let me get rid of my reverbs and then another thing here. So now this is it.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart. If you don't know me, make you try and know me now. I know the found for nobody, yeah. I know the send for nobody, yeah. Although I love, keep me going, yeah. I know the send for nobody, yeah. Give me la 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 la.
Now you can see the way it sounds raw. That is how it's been recorded, and that is how it sounds when it was recorded. So now one of the major things we do in making and in mixing a vocal, I think, is the auto tune. Is one of the main keys to mixing a vocal. I don't know how many of you who know how to use an auto tune, but an auto tune is a key to every song and right here. So now I decided to set my key to E, while my scale to major, and then I just have the tuning right. You can see I just tune it down to 1. There was a reason why I did it that way. It was like this before, but after mixing I just started to just add more of the auto tune to 1, so I harmonize it to 40. Guys, I just make use of these two stuff, the scale, the key, and the input type, which I set into auto and tenor. So the next thing that comes into my mind was was my gate. I believe we talked about editing the other time, and then we do work on editing, but I don't have much noise on my vocal this time, so we are going to be dealing with this. We're going to be using this Pro Gate from Fat Filter to remove our voice before we could start reaching our vocals. So one of the things you should know when you're mixing is removing noise, background noise. So I just added the background noise into it, and then I've tried to remove all this noise from it.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger.
Set the ratio. The ratio was the major thing I touched. I didn't touch the rest. I just set the ratio, just tune it down a little bit so that I could be able to acquire the noise. So the next thing I do was my EQ. We're going to be talking about this EQ because there's a lot of what that goes down here. I don't know if the EQing looks so strange to you, but this is the way I decided to EQ this song, because there's a way I want it to sound. I don't want it to sound like just normally at the way I mix. I just want it to sound different from this part. So one of the things you have to do is to just cut off the low part of it. You can see I cut it to 185.87 because the person that sang this song have a little deep voice on this vocal, so I decided to cut it down to this place. Then I remove some kind of noise that is not needed, like now. Let's listen to it. You could see it's just like a cop voice, and I decided to turn it down. And also this one I decided to turn this one down also. I decided to turn down or that also down. So the next thing I decided to do was bring this one down also. I don't like this. For somehow annoying using headset. So I decided to turn this one down also. So now, instead of me boosting this part of the vocal, I decided to cut it down, the high end of the vocal. Instead of me boosting it, I decided to cut it down because I don't see any need of boosting it, because the song was already on. It have a lot of high on it, and it's going to be fixed into this beat. I might increase the high end later on, but I just decided to do it this way. So that is all with our EQ, and after the EQ, it sounds this way.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart.
So now, the next thing we are going to go into right now is our compressor. The compressor from Fat Filter. I'm sorry, let me load it up. Yeah, compressor 2 from Fat Filter. All I did was to just touch the ratio, the threshold a little bit, the attack. I didn't touch the release, was just some formal stuff there. I just leave it that way, then it sounds this way.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart.
I discovered that it added a lot of volumes to it, to auto gain to it. So I decided, like, okay, I need another auto tune to do this work for me. So what I did was adding another compressor to it. And after adding this compressor to it, I just touched the threshold again, the attack, then the release is not that much this time around. Then I just decided to set this one to 4.0, then add a little bit of gain to 3.5 dB, and that is how it sounds.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart.
So you could see the difference of this compressor. Without the compressor, it sounds this way.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger.
With the compressor, it sounds this way.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind.
So you could see what the compressor has been doing. The compressor has already given a lot of feelings to it.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind.
So now, another thing that comes into my mind was a radiator from Santoy. I know you guys know this. I've been using this. I love it, and it's always helping me. But this time around, I was like, I don't need this. I need this. I don't need this. I need it. But I think I need it on making this vocal to sit properly. So one of the things I did was just to add this radiator to it, and after adding the radiator to it, I boosted it a little bit, and then I just decided to boost this a little bit, not too much, because I have a lot of high end. I was trying to get rid of high end, so I decided to just boost the high end at that aspect a little bit. Then it sounds this way.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart.
It's a lot of different. So I decided to add this plugin, this B2 equalizer. I don't know if you have seen it before. It's just a free plugin also. So I decided it's a very old plugin. So I decided to add it. I just decided to just tune this to 8. Then I decided to just boost this a little bit. And then that is all about it. And it sounds this way.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart. If you know.
so you could see the way it sounds. So now another thing that comes into my mind, I know I was lacking on this beat was on this song was another high end. I decided to add this this EQ from FL Studio 20. It's a very nice EQ, and then I decided to just add a little boosting of the EQ. I just boost it a little bit the high end, then I just boost the mid range, or just kind of 1 dB of it. I just try to just lift it a little bit, so with it sounds this way.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart. If you don't know me,
Now what I did next was to add another EQ to it. This EQ is also from Fat Filter. It's also from FL Studio. Then I decided to like go into it and then set this to vocal preset. You can see when I set it to it, I decided to take it up a little bit. After doing that, take the bass up a little bit, then boost it here, then it sounds this way.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart. If you don't know me,
I don't know if you see a difference on that. There's a lot of difference there, and I like it that way. So now I'm done treating my vocals the way it sounds. I like it already. So what comes into my mind next was to add a delay to my song. So one of the things I did on the delay was turn it on. I decided to sidechain this to this. Then I decided to add a delay to it. Here is the delay I use. I use delay 2 from FL Studio. I love this delay. It's a very nice and very good delay. I decided to set this to 4 step, then cut it a little bit, bring down the dry aspect of it. I bring down the dry aspect of it, so with it sounds this way.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart. If you don't know me, make you try and know me now. I know the fun for nobody yet.
So you could see what I did there was like I added EQ to the bass, to the delay. I cut it down, cut the high and the low end of it, and I cut it off. Then I decided to like tone down the volume of the delay, because I don't want it to be so much crowded. So I decided to tone down the volume of it. So the next thing I did was I still added another delay to it, which is a delay 3. Then I selected the preset called ping pong, and then I just decided to like so that it will help me spray out my vocals when it just echoed. So that's all I did on the delay. So the next thing I did was I changed my vocal to my reverb. Then when I added the reverb I used was a Valhalla reverb from Vintage. Here is the Valhalla reverb. I selected the preset called Dirty Plant. So dirty plate. So I decided to switch the dirty plate. Then all I did was not to touch anything anymore, because when I selected it, it will be sounding this way without the EQ.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart. If you don't know me, make you try and know me now. I know the fun for nobody yet.
So now I decided that after turning it down here, I discovered that it was still very much the reverb is affecting it, and someone listening to the song will know that there is a reverb in this song, but I wanted to feel like there is no reverb on this song, so I decided to add an EQ to it. When I added an EQ to it, I decided to cut it, and then bring this down at this point of this. Then I decided to, and I feel like I think I'm through with the work. So with it sounds this way.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart. If you don't know me, make you try and know me now.
So now, on this aspect of this vocal, we already acquired what we were looking for. So now, another thing that is left on this song now is just diving into the mastering and start mastering the song, which I'm going to be rendering to you on the second video. So now, what I want to do right now is that we have two aspects of this video, in which we have the radio, the telephone aspect of it, which the telephone aspect of it will be sounding this way. Coming. Telephone aspect of it will be sounding this way.
they stand for nobody, yeah.
That's my CPU. It's overloaded. Then coming. A minute please, so that it will calm. Let's make it calm. Now it's done, so let's go now.
So they stand for nobody, yeah.
Now
So they stand for nobody.
what I did to acquire that was very simple. I decided to add this. Some people use an EQ to do this, but I think I prefer using this MB, this band, this far filter band to do it. So what I did was just to get the point I wanted to mark, I click on it, then I decided to it was like this before, then I decided to click on silent. You can see, then when I click on the silent, it will just cut it according to the way I want, and then the vocals just was amazing and was nice. So now I don't know if you really still want to listen to the vocal that we have done so far. I could still play it for you. But because of my CPU, it's not a barrier. We can still do it. So I will just try to bring this song here. Okay, let's go. Where's my project? And I would like to play it for you so that you could listen to it with mastering effect and everything.
I know they stand.
So let's go.
Zinna made a bang.
I'm a bigger boy, bigger mind, bigger heart. If you don't know me, make you try and know me now. I know they found for nobody, yeah. I know they send for nobody, yeah. Although I love, keep me going, yeah. I know they send for nobody, yeah. Give me la 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 la. I'm in the mood, I'm killing the show, I know they send for nobody, yeah. Nobody make a come for the body, yeah. I did it for your love like a lobby, yeah. Baby girl, make you put me on my money, yeah. Give me la 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 la. I'm in the mood, I'm killing the show, I know they send for nobody, yeah. Nobody make a come for the body, yeah. I did it for your love like a lobby, yeah. Baby girl, make you put me on my money, yeah. I'm in the mood, they don't take. They wanna try the boy. With the brown, you were so nice, you were so cool. Pull it on the truth. Send nobody like a move. We done the sing. You know, be today when we start the song. Every day and night. Things and now we they do. Oh my God, I ain't get put down. Moving through in all I'm doing.
So that is all. I'll be dropping the song on a very short note, and that is what you just had. And then we are going to be doing the mastering in our next part 2 of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Your subscribe means a lot to me, and I keep on saying that. Thank you for watching, and thank you for passing by. Have a nice day. Victor.